is up, peeps? Raw Talk with Respect. It's been a minute since I've talked to you, but I am back trying to get these things settled that's going on in America that people are talking about. We have witnessed history in several ways. New president, some people say yes, some people say, hey, not so fast. Your thoughts, your input. Just want to know. Good, bad, or ugly. You may agree, you may not agree. It is absolutely up to you, but the truth of it is this. We're going to have to deal with either a different president or the same one. It really looks like it's going to be a different one right now. Very much so, that they're making speeches of, hey, thank you, I am now the president and vice president elect. So I would suggest probably that the people behind the scenes that do the numbers, just like your job does, the analyticals, they have done the numbers. We don't like those numbers, and sometimes we disagree with those numbers, but the truth is those numbers don't lie. Women lie, men lie. Numbers don't lie. No matter how we want to disagree with them. We can dispute them and say, hey, they didn't get it the right way. They didn't tell the truth. They lied. They stole. Okay, that's fair if you want to say that. But if you say that, can you back it up? Because anybody can come to your house, your place of business, and say you did something. But if that's all it takes for you to lose your job, your livelihood, not so fair, is it? So let's keep that in perspective. You have people, the truth is this. No matter how much you love Donald Trump, no matter how much you really believed in what he was going to do, and no matter how much other people disagree with you, how you feel about that, the truth is this. No matter what he did in numbers wise, the country's aura, mentality, feeling was divisive, combative, inflammatory. It was always something that was a possibility of happening, jumping off, popping off, as we would call it. Kind of like when you are, the guys will know what I'm talking about. Say, for instance, you're in junior high or high school, and you're in the cafeteria in the morning time because you rode the bus or you got to school early. You had to stay in the cafeteria till the first bell rang. Well, when you're talking and you hear all the buzz of people talking, and when it gets really quiet, what's about to go on? The men, the boys here, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That's always with Donald Trump. Always. You do so much good in your mind that you take away from it because of all the bad things that you say and you disparage, and people just are turned off. And it's very important to know, people, this. Although Donald Trump lost, he got the most votes, second to Joe Biden, ever in the history of the presidency. Now, you can act like that's not a big deal. That is a big, big deal. That tells you how divisive the country is right now, and how some people may think and feel, and how some people may react. So be mindful of that. We need to come together right now. We need to understand that there's people that are going to differ the way we think, they're different the way we feel, and that's just what it is. But you've never met Joe Biden in your life, or Kamala Harris. You've never met Donald Trump or Mike Pence. The people that you interact with on a day-to-day basis, the people that listen to you or you listen to them or respond to, vice versa, those are the people that you should really pay attention to and help as much as possible, because you know them or know of them, as opposed to someone you'll never meet but you heard about, so you're going to just go down in flames because I believe that person. But yet you go to church and you're not supposed to be believing what? That person, that human being, because he's fallible. So you can't believe it on Sunday and don't believe it on Monday through Saturday. It doesn't work that way. And if you go to church on Saturday, you understand the premise of what I'm saying to you. So apply it as it's applicable. I do know this though. There's a lot of excitement, hope, fun. Um, the aura is palpable of the people that feel right now of how excited they are. So much so that it was such anxiety before today. Uh, Before today, people were definitely looking for all the reasons why it wasn't going to happen because you're just not used to success. You take things for granted and then now it becomes real to you when anything remotely looks like that. It's like a team coming over when they're behind and it's the end of the game and they don't know how to win. Well, Democrats, you won. Republicans, you didn't win this time. You run a mad game. The numbers just went there. And you got outsmarted. Republicans, you could be pissed off, you could be mad at the numbers, but you got outsmarted. They reached and touched other people. And you could say they changed the rules. They made it where people can mail in and whatnot. No, that's been happening forever. Do your research. They just tapped into that. I'm going to give you another example about when they tapped into that. When Obama got to be president, they were touching doors. They were touching your cell phone. They were doing analyticals every single day. They were reaching out to everyone, send me $2, $3, $4. They were beating it up, and they won. The Republicans really got lucky with Donald Trump initially because you didn't think he was going to win. But people were just like, look, we're not going to let them take over. Them being, you fill in the blank, but you get it. So now it's about people paying attention. Corporations make billions because they do the analyticals. Your cell phone, when you pick up in the morning time, goes to probably the top 3 things that you look at every single day. Why? Because it looks at your analyticals of what you do, how you do it, and when you do it, and what time of day you do so. And if you don't think that they're watching you and paying attention to what you really are going to kind of edge toward to or do, then you are asleep. I am not. I know they are paying attention to everything, and that's the whole point. Because if they're not paying attention, they're going to lose you. Why do you think the people that are on Facebook, people that are on YouTube, people that are on TikTok, the ones that have the million viewers, why do you think that people are saying, hey, I will sponsor you? Because people like it. They're looking at it, and they want to touch people. And if touching more people means more money, you win. Ching, ching. I love this the beautiful moment of it's celebratory. The people that are mad are not sad. They're just mad about it. Vice versa, people would be sad. They would cry. They would be emotionally upset about it because they would be hurt. The people on the other side, Republican, you're not hurt. You're just mad about it. Think about the difference. You're not hurt. You're not deeply wounded. You're just mad. If it were reversed, the people on the other side would be hurt. They would be crying. They would feel like really something is internally done wrong, what we represent. There is a difference. And you that are intelligent, that understand, you know the difference because you understand the difference. And all I'm saying to you is look at your inner self, the bigger person. You're good to people that you don't know that you do your job with. You're good to people that are in your family, people that are outside of your family. Don't change that because of an election, because the person that you wanted to win didn't win. When the Cowboys don't win, you don't stop going to work. You don't talk crazy to everyone. You just kind of stay in your own little space until you get over it. And that's going to be all year long this year, just saying. But I would like to say this. All the people that I talk to, I respect you. All the people that talk to me, you respect me as well. The people that you don't agree with, it's okay, but respect them. Don't just go off the hook and disrespect people because your guy or your girl or whoever didn't win. Keep it in, man. Be sensible. Be humane. And that's not with effort. That should be ordinary. And if that is not something that's ordinary for you to be humane to people, then that's something that you have to look at. These people are going to be in government for the next 4 years. They're going to make a lot of changes the same way that Donald Trump made a lot of changes. And they're going to do what they think is best. You're either going to say they're doing it because they're just trying to get at you, or they're just doing their own agenda. You're going to make a reason in your mind what you feel is real. I think the biggest thing that I would say about that is this. How many of you have ever worked in government? How many of you have ever written a bill or passed it through the House or Senate or even brought up in legislation? How many people have thrown a football in the professional level or ran a football on the professional level? We can sit here and we can talk about people that do their jobs for a living because they're at the highest level of what their expertise shows. But we have all this Saturday, then also now Monday armchair quarterbacking because we think we know better. Well, if you did, you'd probably be the person that's running. So stay in your lane. Yeah, we hear you. Everyone has an opinion. And just like my father used to say, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And you can voice yours. I only hope that it's with some kind of not only conviction, but with some substance. Because without that, you are absolutely doing yourself a disservice. Because there are going to be people now in real time that are going to check you and tell you you're full of shit. Because you are in a lot of ways. If you're not telling factual information, if you're saying how you feel, totally different. But if you're saying they cheated, if you're saying that, hey, they had all these ballots that were not there and no one was able to look at them, and you're only going by what you heard on one station or two stations, you weren't there, you're talking about someone's job, their integrity, their livelihood, and you're castigating them based on something on the internet. And if someone did that to you, you would be outraged. How quickly we will just discount that and don't even worry about what they say about us. And we go at them all day long. Who gives you the right to tell them that they're not doing their job? Who gives you the right that that's the only job that they're supposed to do for the entire 4 years? They're doing it diligently, probably getting 1 or 2 hours of sleep like everyone on any news network, and you're telling them they're lying, they're cheating you? That's a slap in the face. And you know, if someone came to your job and told you about what you were doing and saying the same thing to you, you would be offended. You not only be offended, you'd probably want to fight. You definitely wouldn't take it like with, oh, it's cool. Nah. Nor should you. So before we automatically discount what people are doing for us, before we automatically discount the work that people are putting in to make things not only easier, but more transparent, we always are looking for fault. If you have children, whether they're in elementary, junior high, high school, intermediate now, as they say, when they come home with their report card, stop focusing on the F and the D. There's A's and B's on that report card that you absolutely can talk about. Why can't we focus on that? And you know what? If you boost that ego up about those A's and B's, hey, you know what? They like those A's and B's. Let me see what I can do about this other one and make it like the A's and B's. But no, what we do as a society, that D, what's the matter with you? What are you doing? Why are you not doing this? You're not doing what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying to you is real. If it applies, hey, you know what to do about it. And if you're being real honest with yourself, you know it's not applicable. You change the mentality of everyone you are around every single day by the things you utter outside of your mouth. If it's positive, they hear positive. If you smile at someone, it's very difficult for them to frown at you. If you say something positive, it's very difficult for them to say something negative to you. It is a choice. It is a choice for everyone right now in this United States of America to say, I'm going to be positive about what's going on, whether I agree with it or not, because this is what I bought into. I'm not going to always get my way. And if you feel like you can't do that, that's soul searching time for you, kid. But you can't change the reality of what's going on around you. And in this time and day and age, people are going to hold you accountable. I want you to take the time to be good to people. I want you to take the time to, even if you disagree, work on the relationships that you have with the people that disagree with what you're believing right now. Because ultimately, those people are in your space. And in some form or fashion, they hold you to some esteem. And it's important. It's important, people, that you do the right things, say the right things to these people, because as much as you think it doesn't matter to them, it does. It does. And you're better than that. You're better than that. You are good people. I believe that. And even in your moment of weakness, when you're mad and upset and angry, you're still better than that. Make someone smile. Make them happy. And I wasn't going to take a lot of time tonight. I just wanted you to know that I'm really happy. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am who is the best person that makes everyone feel like they are a human being and who's going to do the best, period, by data. And anyone that says, hey, by data, financially concerning Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I can have that conversation with you if you want to come on and join, and let's have that debate. If you want to talk about character, I'll have that conversation. You can join in and come on and debate. If you want to talk about the election results and what you feel like has or has not been done, come on. I welcome everyone, but it's very, very, let's just say it's pretty, why is it the fact that when things don't go the way that you think they should, it gets like crickets? I hear nothing. Nothing. Had it been the reverse and Donald Trump would have won tonight, it would be mayhem. You would be talking. You would be saying things. No Facebook, no Twitter. It is absolute radio silence. What does that tell you? So, America, we're better. We have spoken. That's why they call it democracy. And if we're really being real deep inside beyond two things. One is, who got the most votes total? And by how much? Question to ask yourself. And secondly, if you have a wife, a daughter, a sister, a cousin, a mother, a grandmother, you should be absolutely ecstatic. The woman in your life has just raised the bar on everything around you. And you too silly, man, to understand that. Because you're always about yourself. Whether it be a old white man, old black man, old Hispanic man from the culture. You have a woman that represents the women right now, and you're still mad. Shame on you. Your mother, your grandmothers say the same things to you. Shame on you. All the shit talking you do and all the things you stand for, your grandmother, your mother stood for those things. And now you have a person in the White House that looks like them, whether she's darker or lighter. Shame. So you think about that shit tonight when you go to sleep. And when you wake up tomorrow, maybe you have a different perspective. Talk to your grandmother. Talk to your mom. Because Kamala Harris represents her, whether she likes it or not. Women's rights. They're always trying to take away. They're always trying to take women's rights away. And you have somebody in the White House that will prevent that. Not someone saying it, someone that lives it. That's a woman. Significant. Wake up, people. Get out your way. Get out your mental way. See what you see and make it better. When you go to work and something's wrong at work, do you say, screw it, I'm done, I'm leaving work today? Or do you figure it out? And the ones that figure it out, you're probably the manager. Or you run it or you own it. And the other ones that don't, that's why they don't. I am thankful for my friends on both sides of the fence. I'm thankful for the common decency of people now, that when it comes down to it, they speak their voices and it's heard. And no matter what others may say about it and get angry about it, it doesn't change the reality. No matter how many times I want the Cowboys to score at the end of the game and they're down by 10 and they don't, the next day they still didn't win. You hear me? Be good to each other. Be good to strangers and make someone smile. Until the next time, this is The Mainstream. And it won't be too long next time, because the truth is I will be joining this week sometime to ensure that I can follow up on Kamala Harris's speech tonight, as well as Joe Biden's, and the response that I'm going to get and everyone else from Donald Trump. I can imagine. So before I get it, he's going to say he didn't lose. He's going to say you cheated. He's going to say they lied. He's going to say all the things you know he's going to say. It is not going to be anything creative. But if you're sitting there listening to that and you are not doing your due diligence to research if it's real or not, that's on you. That's really on you. And the people that know people like this, it's on you if you argue with them. Don't waste your brain space. Don't do that. That's knuckleheadedness. And if you know me, you know that's a knucklehead. Leave knuckleheads alone. Don't help you. You enjoy your weekend, because it's an amazing time in America. And we are happy, we're excited, and we're going to continue on and progress. We're going to continue to change this world, because we're definitely down in the dumps right now. But there's hope, and we're excited, and we're happy. And I know the spirit of America right now is happy. That in itself, people, should tell you something. Until next time, enjoy yourself. The Mainstream.